It is one of the darkest days in American history, the day 2,996 Americans died in our history's most destructive terrorist attack. He was the man behind it. As head of al-Qaeda, Osama Bin Laden was the most wanted man in the world for years. But 4 years ago this month, Navy SEALs killed Bin Laden in a daring raid in Pakistan.
Robert O'Neill says he was the man who fired the fatal shot. He says he's speaking out to help the country heal and also to help special operations veterans find jobs.
Well, he sat down one-on-one with our senior I-Team reporter, Dale Russell, who's with us now. Dale?
Russ, an amazing story. Robert O'Neill's story is riveting as he casually recounted for me the gritty details of that daring and historic raid. But his story is also shrouded in mystery and controversy. Another team member contradicts O'Neill's version, and internal naval investigation about whether he leaked classified information is underway.
Going to Osama Bin Laden's house is not scary. It's awesome.
At no time during that mission were you afraid?
No. I mean, I've got 22 or 23 of the baddest dudes in the world right next to me, and I have a gun too. He should have been scared.
Former Navy SEAL Robert O'Neill moves through a crowd at a recent weekend fundraiser in Georgia with the confidence and charisma of a savvy politician.
Can I get a hug too?
Absolutely.
Hi.
Big hug with arms.
Hi, how are you? Give me a hug.
Thank you. That was cute.
Hi. Let me take your hand.
His high-profile status with the public is because he says he is the guy that shot and killed the most hated terrorist in America, Osama Bin Laden.
This definitely hurt al-Qaeda. That was their headquarters. Al-Qaeda means the base. We infiltrated the base, killed their leader, cut the head off the snake.
May 1st, 2011. O'Neill and 20-plus members of SEAL Team 6 took off from their Afghanistan base and headed to Pakistan and Osama bin Laden's compound. His job was to drop down to the roof of bin Laden's home. He felt sure he would die.
I was calling us the Martyrs Brigade because as soon as we touch down on that rooftop, we're all going to die together. That house is blown up. We're gonna be in it.
But his mission changed when one of the helicopters crashed. He and his group were set down outside the compound. They blew up a door and made their way in. He says bin Laden's compound was somewhat clean. What did it smell like?
It smelled like one of our training houses. It was a comforting smell because we're used to it.
They moved to the third floor in Osama bin Laden's bedroom. He says the point man grabbed two women outside bin Laden's bedroom, throwing his body on top of them, giving up his life if they detonated suicide vests. O'Neill turned into the bedroom. Only a few feet away, Osama bin Laden. He feared the al-Qaeda leader was wearing a suicide vest. Bin Laden didn't surrender. How'd you know it was him?
I knew him right away. I recognized him. I'd seen the face 1,000 times, so I shot him twice in the face, and then he fell down. I shot him a third time in the face.
It was an amazing story, and one Americans were thrilled to hear. But is it true? Another SEAL Team 6 member wrote this best-selling book saying not Robert O'Neill, but another team member actually killed Osama bin Laden. One raid, two stories.
It didn't happen. What happened is what I said happened. Other stuff, again, it's foggy, it's fast.
You're not mad about it?
Not at all. I don't care. We know what happened at the end. Osama bin Laden's dead.
O'Neill says he decided to go public after anonymously donating the shirt he wore during the raid to the 9/11 Museum and speaking to 9/11 families during the donation ceremony. He saw how his story helped ease their pain.
I want to thank you. On behalf of my son.
I told them about me shooting Osama bin Laden, and for them to stand there and tell me that this will help with the healing process. I had a woman tell me, I'm not afraid anymore.
But his public story, told for the first time on Fox News Channel, outraged many in the Navy, including some of his own team members. So y'all argue about it. Oh, this happened or that happened.
I've had friends say, I love you. I don't like what you're doing. I'll support you, but I don't like it.
The Navy's Special Warfare Commander issued a stern public letter criticizing any SEAL who violates the tenet, I do not advertise the nature of my work nor seek recognition for my actions. There was talk of a criminal naval investigation, of leaking classified information. O'Neill says he never leaked any classified information.
It's important historically for the world to know what the guys were feeling. Like you said, what it smelled like. what was going through our heads when we went up there to get this guy.
So I went through SEAL training, very difficult place.
Life today for Robert O'Neill is an endless road trip. Playing poker to raise money in Beaufort for his nonprofit organization, Your Grateful Nation, that helps veterans find jobs. Giving high-dollar speeches on leadership and appearing on the Fox News channel as an analyst.
Stand beside her.
He feels good about what SEAL Team 6 accomplished and gives credit to everyone from the president to the pilots. But he harbors no illusion that the war against what he calls right-wing religious terrorists is over.
And your friends are going to be fighting them, former teammates?
My grandchildren are going to be fighting them. This is a 300-year war we're in. We just need to wake up and admit it.
Now, the Naval Criminal Investigative Service confirmed to me that they are still investigating whether Mr. O'Neill revealed any classified secrets. He told me that no one's contacted him, and he feels sure he hasn't divulged any military secrets. As he said to me, I just told people that I dropped out of a helicopter onto a rooftop and went inside a compound and we killed Bin Laden. I don't know what the secret to that is. We'll have to see how it unfolds.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this investigation. Tell us what specifically are they going to look into? And O'Neill himself, was this one of his scarier things?
You know, the best we know about the investigation, it all centers on the issue of whether or not there was any classified information. We don't know if there's anything else. I asked him if this was his scariest mission. He said not even close. He said this one went off really well. He said really scary missions are when the RPGs are going off near you, or you're down low and somebody's up high and you hear the zing of the firing go by. Interestingly enough, he was on 3 missions that were made into 3 different movies. Captain Phillips, Zero Dark 30, of course, and Lone Survivor.
My goodness.
Not a bad career for a 16-year vet of the Navy.
An incredible career. All right, thank you so much. We appreciate it.